Good morning, Danse. Greetings. How is everybody? Since we last saw each other yesterday, I hope everybody was staying warm during their time. And I know there's many people saying they don't know what's going on in the world again. People email me or text me, I'm panicking. It's okay. Let me introduce myself. I'm Elder Medicine Bear Claw. They do call me Mama Bear Claw. So I hope everybody is staying warm. And see who jumps in. Hello. I'm going to say it's got to be my Bessie. That's it. I was right. Oh, boy, do I got good connections. I do tend to sometimes feel for everyone, see how they're doing. But love you bunches too. And boy, I had sent out some packages. So everybody will be getting those who have ordered. Good morning, Tanse. Everyone. How are you, sweetheart? I hope you are staying warm. Um, Yesterday, I had delivered some more packages. I've had people message me saying wanting a protection medicine bag. And I told them I'm going to let it start going now for $100 instead of $125. So it'll be $100, but that's including shipping too. So good. I'm glad to hear that. This world is, people don't understand. We have to share this world with many creatures, even the cryptic ones, even the paranormal, which is many strange spirits. But you know what? It we have been living together for over billions of years. So it's just that now some people are starting to see them. Either if it's in a city, out in the country, or in the forest. So people have contacted many tribal nations. Are fairies alive? Are they true? Are we seeing things? Yes, you can if you have good energies for them. But again, many things have been hibernating, and we should say, we all should know who tries to do that. If one, they have captured many before. And back in the early 1800s, I'll say they were trying to experience many things. But again, people don't tell the truth. They keep their lives from us. So I believe that many also want to say, we don't know nothing about that. Maybe it's the star people. But I believe not. I still really believe that many are out there. They just want to be left alone. And I noticed that over the years, the past 10 years, um, when we started having fires, more fires than usual in every other state. And they started coming out more and hiding out in different areas. So let me introduce myself. I did earlier when I started, but now I have two people, so I'm going to say good morning, Tanse, greetings. I am Elder Medicine Bear Claw. We're here to have fun, enjoy each other. If you have questions, I will try to ask the best of my ability. So, rear facing cam. Oh, D. So, I do know that there has been emails asking me if it's okay we make payments for a protection bag. And I do understand that. And that is fine with me. Because I do understand it is in hard times. So, the gentleman had, this one couple asked me, would it be that we can make it in two payments? That's fine. They said, oh, we're so glad that, you moved it down, your price down to 100. And I understand everybody has a tough time. Just as I did with the jewelry that I made, the beadings, and but since I didn't have much of it to go, um, I did send some for Christmas. Okay, Jackie. Um, and I'm going to donate some. People had ordered, never fulfilled their order. But it's okay. I don't take it to the heart. And I know that it's hard for everybody, believe me, I do know. So, but I want to know is, are you, those who have their bags, are they feeling secured? Are they happy with it? Is it helping them with their anxiety? Is it calming them down? Because there has been a few that I had to do a little more extra. So, and I do hope everyone is enjoying their morning. I believe it's like, 12 o'clock Eastern. Another group just went to Chicago because they were seeing that there had been spotting. Um, Something very odd, they said. And the one lady got hold of me and she says, I don't know who to contact. I contact the police and they said that I don't know what to take of it. They think I'm a little nonsense. Well, then we have people that go out and check. I did notify the council, and we had quite a few Zoom meetings to who to send out, and if we want to let um, their police headquarters know, and that way we can communicate back and forth with them. In Minnesota, there has been also been some sightings, but everybody Googles everything, and I'm going to mention this, but this is just my theory. Um, Councils and I have spoke about this, and the drones, the way they react, um, government going over, and people are saying, no, it's the star people, the star people. But I don't know. Tansei dilihi, but I don't know because I'm not there. But from the information that the council and I had over these past 2 weeks is been a major topic about it, and getting whiff about these drones. I believe it's government. Council believes it is. I'm not sure. I don't feel that it is the star people. But also, I seen a video and I shared it with the council, and they were like not understanding. Many people will do anything to tell others, humans, people, that this happened. Okay, but if you were there, then you will know. But not everyone was there, so um, council said that they don't believe it is. I think it's the government because there has been more action going on in these past 2 years, 2.5 years, and wondering why it has been coming out more, and um, why does the Satangas travel more? Well, it's and then too. Um, and I did come from a source, the person that from the government, and he's, he says yes, they are doing this, and we're trying to figure out what is the habitat been doing that their cameras are not picking up. So they're even from the satellite. So things are going on beyond us. And I say that I don't believe it's the star people. Yes, there are star people that, want to, even us indigenous natives feel that they do come in, take us, and then bring us back in a different spot, not the same spot. It could be a distance from our home, and then our knowledge is very fuzzy, confused, because last that we remember, we were home. And then feeling lost in the area and walking up. But I still believe that the Star Watchers, which are here on Earth, they are not commuting with their renders. How do you say kundiawagi nishtuai? They're higher up. But I see a hair. But it gets me sometimes knowing that, we all have to communicate with somebody, and we get our information from the news, right? On TV. But if you know that who's working with the government and you have a good connection, and hey, you want to share information, share it. But we all understand that many things that the government has put and said many lies, just as well as the president. I mean, I didn't vote for either one. I voted, but I didn't vote for either one. That's my opinion. I don't want to get anybody stirred up because I'm not going to go through this again. And then everybody has their own opinion, like I said. This is my channel. I get my opinion. I'm just throwing it out there because I know sometimes people get all wound up, and then, it gets really ugly. So I don't care to hear it. I don't care about how highly politics are or whatever. Those who do, I'm okay. That's good. The politics that I need to worry and have concern is our indigenous people. I will fight and protect them against people. I don't care if you got half or one fourth blood, but I do stand up for the people that come to us and ask, how can we do this? How can we communicate and deal with this? I do know that many people are very tired of hearing about star people, drones, and they say just let the Bigfoots calm down. Leave them be. They're just like us humans. We want to be left alone. Don't want to be, pressured or whatever. So, yes. Let's see what he says. Those orbs, things from the sky, are dropping down below tree lines and patrolling in the woods. In your woods, PA is very active for star people, and they say, you know, Bigfoots and giants, yes and no. I mean, it's just like everywhere else. Satangas told me through hand talk that the star peoples are moving and look concerned. Yeah, I've sat and communicate with mine too. That's why I've been telling you guys there's been changing in Mother Earth. But again, um, they say that they're here to pick up their star watchers. Star watchers are the ones that live on Earth. And there are some that are not wanting to go back. They're already immune to this Earth. But again, everybody gets all scared and wild up and start saying accusations of many different things that make us get confused with people. Gate Master, hoorah! Long time, sweetheart. How are you? From what he is saying, who lied? She's agreeing about the government who lies, just as well as other people, because they. She's busy. Are you online? What's up? Just 1 second, please. My husband's proud of who I am. He wanted to introduce. We have a man that comes out and sprays before they do the fields here. I wanted to say, this is my native wife. And she says, we're all 100% Heinz 57. I tell that even to the council when we're on meetings. Care to have a little Heinz 57? Because the ones that are married to the outside other people or other tribal, we're all considered Heinz 57. And that's how I see it. The Creator didn't make a mold for us to be with another same mold, if you understand what I'm saying. I do say this. I love who I am. I am not prejudiced. I pray whoever needs the prayer and the healing. That's what I do. And I like to protect those under my wing and who I care for. Now, over the 398 that I have now, there was more over the years that I have now. Now they are just disappearing because they got enough information from me and to continue on. And they're doing beautiful on their channel, and some don't have channels because they don't care to share the information. Because they say, one will say, oh, yeah, I had that footprint and I caught this hair and I got this good image. And I'd say, don't make fun, just enjoy it. Bite your tongue and let that person shine. Because if you don't, it comes back. She said, he said. It's BS. It's not proper to do. Because everybody goes through everything. And everyone, I mean, everyone's got skeletons in their closet. Me, I have a skeleton, and I'll tell you what it is. Piss me off when I'm off, will French you. I will come to you if you piss me off enough. But I hardly ever get upset. So there's no need, right? Right. And I don't see that to go to another person to make fiction. Because this whole world has already got enough anger. Mother Earth, every time someone else is, it's stabbing her. And what it's doing, she's shaking the earth, letting you know that, hey, we're about love, peace, protection. But many don't understand, and many have their own ways of living, and I do not praise it if they live on with the devil's tongue. It's okay to have a few drinks, but not to get where you lose your job and your family. That's wrong. That is wrong. That's where I'll start praying for you. But there are many people on this earth. I've been told that other dimensions will be starting. I heard the same thing. We already been in the fifth. Sorry. That's that is not news for me, but we've already been going through it. We told the English when they arrived that they didn't believe anything we native said, and then about the spiritual side. Ah, sure, hi, yes, you're right, Game Master. You're right. You're totally right. And I've been trying to put it on the truth, but again, people, I'll say even those underneath me that I speak with, same thing. I've had already 15 come forward towards me, having a FaceTime like this, a Zoom meeting, and saying, hey, why is this? You didn't tell us this. And you're only giving us plots and plots. And I can't teach you everything within 24 hours. I gotta teach you as we go. But again, if you're doing something on the side and then doing, it's like I told them all, you see yourself and go ahead. I've also told them too. People put what's in Google. Bible has some stuff about it. But again, people made Bible of the words. Everyone, please don't get mad at me. And if you go to church, that's fine. But the way I was raised, many indigenous natives, right here, our body is his temple. You want to talk to him. He listens. You want to talk to mother? She listens. We don't always have to go inside the smoke of the sweat lodge. We don't. We sit in a circle, just like everybody else sits in the what you call them, and listen to the man or woman preach. We sit in a circle and we all speak. So yeah, it's it does give some. Why are you getting mad? Relax. Do you guys think I'm getting mad? I'm not getting mad. Oh my goodness. I hope you don't think I'm trying to um, bring out evil. I'm not doing that. I know they're watching, that's why. Oh, goodness. What I like to speak is be honest. Many people report certain stuff and gets to this radio station, televise, and stir that pot some more. You know, that's what it leads up to. Um, but we have to really, really pay attention and listen. One of the females that she was like, well, we believe that this drone is the star people. Okay, but if you would listen before, mil- um, military and governments were flying drones before. And then other people started noticing because every time someone goes out and investigate and there's so much action going on, you see a drone or you see a plane or a helicopter. Okay, you realize they do control drones from wherever, plane, helicopter, or on ground. But you have to, I mean, it's under control. We have no control of it, really. That's what I want to say. Um, I say, if you're just noticing that they're here, well, I'm sorry. Um, it's nothing new to me. I've gotten many different information, not just from Wyoming, but from Alaska, um, in Europe, and over by Idaho and Chicago. I get all information that comes to me and says, hey, we know you might know something what's going on. And, many of the tribals, we get to, when we have our Zoom meetings, we discuss, shall we tell the people that, what's going on? I mean, it's so obvious that, or they're just not in a panic mode. Okay, everything gets on televised on TV, right? If we're seeing all these um, drones and stuff, why wasn't it televised? Alert, 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 alert. Or make a noise like it does to notify you. And that makes people think, correct? But again, I say, and I will continue saying because that's where I know and for what I feel. Too much of, if you want to know military and stuff, they have their orders. Okay, 29 Palms. It's a Marine base. I get information there too. Over in Washington, I get information there too. So, this is why people say, well, my son is a native, but he's also Irish. Okay. I want to see if he can collect from my parents and my ancestors. Okay. Now that's what I'm doing right now. I'm running a check, reading their backgrounds, putting up the profile for them, filling out, helping them fill out the applications. I can't say you can get approved or disapproved. It has to go to the main board, the community, that they come to an agreement. But as Mama Rainfeather will say, if you didn't see it, can you believe it? If you know it, are you sharing it? You want to be claiming certain stuff, then ask. If things are, you feel that they're wrong, ask questions. But then you say, who do I ask? Well, your community. Do you have a communication there with the board directors of the state in your area? Find out. You know what they'll say? Oh, everything's under control. There's nothing going on. Nothing for you to worry. Okay. Um, Many people say they do have military background, but if you have a 4-year background, you just know enough. If you got more than 4 years, then you got enough to know. I will say this. My children's father barely retired at 50 years old. Now he is 59, and I was older. And two, he still consults with me. How do why don't you're married to another native lady? You live right on the res with her over in Arizona. Why don't you ask? Well, they say that you're very powerful and you know information because you're one of the top elders out there. Well, for state of Arizona and New Mexico and Texas, all the way up to Canada, I am. I don't want to bring out information that I shouldn't share if I don't know myself. But when I get information, I dig and I ask. Um, yes, I have written to government. Still haven't heard from them. But it's okay. Like I said, it's already been 3 months. Always tell the people, yep, Irish Native Indian. That was a job for you. You know, when the military started, they didn't understand people in the land. Who do you think they got? Indigenous natives. If you want to go back in time, they will tell you just as well to speak to different. If you knew back then, if you knew more than 3 languages, they wanted you. You're right, Great Master. It is good to know. Many indigenous have. I know plenty. I can say this. I know many indigenous natives been in the Air Force, the Marines, the Army, the Navy, and I can say go all the way back to the 1900s. On the ledgers that I have, and I have put down so that way it can be go on computer and you can find more information now. Me and many different councils have for different nations, tribal nations, and we have helped them to upgrade more because some of the ledgers have been lost. And believe me, I have boxes and boxes that I had to redo and put proper names right. All right, let's just get out of that now and let's go into something that we enjoy. Let's talk about Bigfoots. I speak English in Mohawk and Koichi, French, and German. Well, I'm right there with you. I can speak 9 languages if you want to. I don't claim Spanish or English in that dialogue. So, and there is, believe me, indigenous have different speaking just as well as Spanish. There's two different ones because you got the Peru in Portugal and you got Spain. Then you have Spanish from Texas and New Mexico and Mexicali, Mexico. And that, they're different dialects too. Same thing with the English. You got the European in England, and then here we speak English. But again, where I was told as growing up that New England is the proper English. But other people have said, no, this is not this, that's that. And it still goes on to this day. But if we all speak the same language and we all understand each other, then we're not unique. We can speak to each other and understand. Those that don't know how to speak English, help them. So you can communicate and understand what is it that they need or how can you get what is necessary. I, me too. I grew up speaking my native tongue. Then it was sign language. Then it was English. And then going to a different tribe, I had to learn a different language. So when went with them to investigate when I was young and learning how to track, yes. How to read and feel the trees, yes. Different languages. I only understand German because of my mom. No other language than English. I know a few words in German. Damien, Tansei, hello. Howdy, y'all. Oh, yeah, growing up in Hollywood, Florida, I've heard the tango from all over the world, and they are many. Yes. Ah, street language. I I believe, yes. I really, really believe everyone has their own dialogue. There is many different language in signing. There's, I believe, seven. Seven, yes. Let me introduce myself. I am Elder Medicine Bear Claw. Those know me, they call me Mama Bear Claw. So I hope everyone is staying well due to this cold weather. Stay bundled up. I know that it's hard, and that we can make it all happen together if we have patience and kind in our heart and understand. Danse, Randy, good morning. How are you, darling? Um, as I was saying, there are many. misleads. But that's okay. Because if that's what they feel, then don't bust their bubble. That's what I say. And I bring that to the council all the time. Some of them, I'm not the only Native elder that has a channel. There's another one. My nephew, he has his channel, but it's under his father's name. But he uses that channel only for him. He speaks he speaks two different native tongue. And he speaks about the it, and we have prayed over him, his home, all around the home we prayed for, so the it doesn't come attract inside him or the home. He does smudge. He has his own merch and everything. Sorry, I get up very, very early for meetings and do deep prayers for everybody. So, wow. Council says a few of them are watching me, and they say I speak very strong tongue. You should hear when we're all there'll be like 47 of us in the little screens, and they're like blah 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 blah, and I'm like, oh yeah, blah 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 blah, because I'm gonna stay nap I. And then someone will say kuyi kuyi kunyanai kuyi. I said no. Oh kunyanai I. I stand tall and straight in front of you. I'm here. Speak what you got. Don't hold it. Oh, believe me, we have little discussions, but I don't raise my voice that way. I'm currently learning Crystal to better my communications with the Satangas. They have many language, and if they teach you their language, then you are really their family. If you have come with them to and sign and set in gathering, more power. They give you more power. They direct you. But many clans are moving on. They're like traveling. Many people don't understand that indigenous natives, and I try to help those to understand. And I've had, like I said, I had a lot that come to me and ask me how to do this, how to teach you the ways. And when I speak, I want to speak the words that you understand. Sometimes I have to say in my mind in my language to come in English, but sometimes the words don't come out right, and I want to make sure I'm pronouncing or saying the words you understand, because it's important. Thank you. Thank you. I just had a strong scent of sweet cake. Ooh. Why do we get sense of smell? Mm-hmm. Hey, Mama Bear Claw. I remember a few months ago you mentioned clans were clashing at that time. Are they still heavy conflict? Not as much. It has calmed down. Um, I will say that now what they're doing is traveling and gathering. This is the time. It's their routine they've done for a million of years. They come together to go to another clan, they get a female or male and keep on traveling, and then they set their own. Now, um, I have felt Mother Earth settling a little, but there is also that, you know, this is like mating season. So people say, why do they mate from September to February? No, it's from October to March. But many of them still do all year round. But the ones that are trying to set, just like as humans, okay, we'll say, oh, okay, I'm ready. My body's telling me I'm ready. Honey, let's go. But again, you have to understand that when it's right, it's right. Many times they say, is it possible to hear? Sometimes you will hear them in the forest, the woods, and you hear a big roar or a scream. That's because they could be having the baby. It's their little, people say their little hairy one. Actually, they're not really, really hairy when they come out. It comes in, I mean, they are little, but not heavy. You have a female that's very attractive to you. Oh, what did you have? A fry bread? Do you have meat and potatoes? Or did you have tacos? Once you make them, yes, they're very addicting to eat. Um, Mama used to, once we make the fry bread, she'd leave it in a little bit more, and then we would put sugar or honey and have it as a dessert. Yep, as a dessert. See, it's just like, uh, the Spanish people, how, well, the Mexican side thing with my husband, they get their corn husks, and you know how we make our sweet, the the masa, the breading. Those are my favorite sweet tamales. Making me want to make fry bread now. Maybe I will. My husband says, "Can you make your famous nachos? I can use my fry bread for me." He doesn't care too much, but he likes it when I make it sweet. Oh, um, Riza was on yesterday, actually. We have spoken a little on here. I, things like I had said before, and we in the council's members had spoken, a lot. This is a new year that we believe that family and friends should try to heal themselves. Yes. Satangas, Bigfoot, Grassman, Sasquatch, they do have their own medicine person. Um, they do bring healing to their clan. Robin, hello. My son and I got upset because we were where we go hiking. There is a pentagram on one of the trees that was not there before, but I guess it is because what the world is becoming. Yes, many people go and like to destroy the trees. The trees gives us that energy we need. Mother, that's part of Mother Earth. And when I see that, you know what I do? I tried to tell her, I said, I'm trying to remove it. But sometimes it is so carved in that people don't think. And I'm like, it saddens me knowing that, this happens. And sometimes I tell myself, okay, don't get mad. Try to help the tree or the bush. And I do. This is why I always carry a bag with me, a real thick one. And I pick up every garbage that I see out there in the forest, in the woods. But between balloons, um, cans of soda, beer, um, even the fruit juice, fruit box juice, Sunkiss, whatever, plastic. It's shows that people don't care. So if that's how they live in their home, then shall be it. But don't do it in the woods or the forest. Even if you happen to be camping one night, don't. A lot of people just throw in the back of their truck and keep driving. That lifts up and flies over to the street. It's okay, Robin. You can tell the tree if there's something you would like me to remove or maybe sand it. Sometimes I don't understand why people or children or young adults want to do foolish things like that. Excuse me. Hi, hi, hi. Yep. ここに慣れして、ここに入ってきたすのかやか。Look at you. What I'm saying is, there's many different people don't care. There might be some native, but konayene. Well, I do want to say this that those who asked me in prayers yesterday, I did pray this morning for you, and give me little puppy ears. There. I know that it's really difficult when you only have like a source of small income and stuff, and people say, oh, somebody in here is very tired. I can pick up the energy. I've done landscaping most of my life, and now these days refuse to cut down trees and clean. True, the world is crazy. So when we find our tribe crashing, it is. You're right. It's very hard. It saddens me. I get really emotional because I believe the trees give us the life as well as Mother Earth brings to life as we grow together. But people think it's just because there's a tree that they can destroy. Yes, we need wood for fire, but you have to say, I gather some wood for you from you so my family can stay warm. Believe me, that tree will say, fine, take what you need, but not all. I remember you putting that on your page, and I did mention you in prayer, but I was picking up somebody. See, when I pick it up, my voice, and then I start to yawn. Okay, let's see what they have to say now. Nikote ko. Can't move. Stop playing with my hair. I'm not a little girl. Ah, that's funny. Um, I will say this, and I'm very proud of my husband. I was taking a nap. No worries, honey. I told him I feel like I need a nap. He goes, me too. And I think what I'll do since you're gonna take a nap, I'll just finish up. I said, okay. My husband chopped up pineapple, banana, and the apples, like in little chunks to put. And he put it on the my cookie tray. You see my cookie tray right there? He filled that all up and cut it up and took it outside because I have two clans here. And I didn't know. He says, I knew they were here. I could smell them. I said, they've been here, babe. But during the day, um, they'll stay in my backyard by my patio. And when it gets midday, then they go by the oak tree because they're disking they already took the corn out, but they're regrowing now. And so they stay behind the five big trees are in the back. And I get up at like 1:30 in the morning and I take a walk out there, and I know one's with me all the time. And as I looked like this, because I didn't know the lady had her backlight, the sensor. And so who's on here? Oh, it's me, it's Mama Bear. Okay, what are you doing out here? Oh, I'm checking my babies. Uh-oh. She says I'm crazy. She doesn't believe in Bigfoots. She doesn't, she's married to a military man. And she says, is there ever such? No, there's no such thing. Okay. And like I said, to their own. And I went and sat with them, and we signed. I'll speak as I am signing and give the love. I know that they've been here like for a week now. Um, they come and go. But I was very happy knowing that my husband did that. And then he said that when he went, he thought he saw a hand. He says it looked like mine, but from here down, it's kind of like hairy. And I said, yeah. He goes, but that was a big hand. I said, was it like two of your hands? He said, yes. And I said, so, yeah. And I think this one likes my husband, and it's the male. He's a juvenile. And the female and him come and go. But he stayed back, and he's with another male. And when I get up to bed, I could see them look down. I says, no. And then I get up and I go to the restroom, brush my teeth. And what I don't like is when they're in the window like this, looking. Sometimes I'm like, Roberta, you don't do that. But if you ever hear in the forest, the woods, in the mountains, that's how they laugh. Oh, sometimes it can be really, really loud. Um, some people have taken pictures and say, "Hey, I got a picture of one in your home." Yeah, and they send it to me, and I look at it. Oh, good catch, good catch. That they do. They come and play with my protectors right here. And I've had those since I was a little girl. And then my I have sweet grass right there that's dried already. I need to put new ones up. And that's my medicine stick from when I'm doing the healing in the ceremony. I have my big stick that I walk, and each marking is from 5 years old all the way up to 60. I'm 63 now, and I haven't been back home for about a year. So, in 76, Army Krupp engineers recognized the Bigfoot and has spoken to the T. Prince. I've heard of that too. Um, Mama Rangefeather's brother, John Feather, John Run Feather, that's his name. And he was into the military, Army. And when they were in the sitting area, he would sit, mother to feel who's around. And he would say, if you hear, come to me when I'm alone. Or give me a vision where I should see you. Now, mind you, he's an elder now, and he's give us all stories. And he said his grew old with him. And to this day, he says that it's still with him. So when he moved closer to home, he says he goes out, sits on the stump, and he talks to him, and he comes and he sits with him from a distance. so others doesn't see. Usually when you want to go and meet up with your clan, you have to go up high where there's not many trees that barely vision, because they can tell if it's a tree or them. And you sit down and have that deep communication. If your client has been with you for many years, that means you have to have the full trust, the full understanding, and you have that commitment with them. And that means you've been marked already. Uh, yeah, so did my uncle. He says they are there too, but they're very aggressive. It's sad that, how now, um, when you do come back, they say a lot of indigenous natives are crazy because being in the war and stuff. But why do people say it's just indigenous? It's not just us. There's a lot of American people too. As I speak with everyone, I tell them, we're all Hein 57, and you need a little sauce, put it there. Because then the next person that your child goes up and is a different race, but you're still indigenous. They become indigenous. It could be one or two drops, but we still recognize it. Not enough to collect and stuff. No. I don't collect nothing. We have one income, which is my husband, and whatever I do in my beading or make the dress, skirts, shirts, um, baby moccasins. I did my first great granddaughter her own accolade, the dress, and her little moccasins. She was my first great granddaughter, so I had to be honored to make something to bring her into this world, not just be able to deliver her because I was the one that helped my granddaughter deliver her baby, and we did it at home. I have delivered some of my grandchildren. I have also delivered some other people that have that deep trust with me. But I know that Mama Rainfeather had many, many clans, and they present themselves there when we had her burial. She wanted to be cremated the old-fashioned way, and it exceeded. We did have to pay the community, and well, believe me, even we live on the res, we still pay. We have to pay, just like as living in the city here. We have still got to pay. Everything is just not free. But when we did Mama Rainfeather, we we made her steak and laid her there. It's still hard for me. I'll miss my wild mama. She was my Nina. My mentor, she taught me much, much since I was 5. So I believe I will always be with the mountains with her. She taught me how to be strong when I was young to do my first kill. And she's, "Are you scared?" "No, I'm excited." But the Satangas were there. They've always have been by her side. This is the reason why I talk with my sponsor children too. Um, When you want to know more, then I'll bring down some stories. And I share some stories here too, because not just Mama Rainfeather, my mom too, my mother Ramona. They say I look like her, but then they also say I look like Mama Rainfeather. So she was the feisty one. My mom was the quiet one. And they say I'm in between them because when I need to speak, I can speak, but I do it in a respectful way. And learning from her and hearing many stories from my mother had her first sighting when she was about 4. She was helping carrying wood with my Nisna, my grandmother. And they were pretty close to Yellowstone. Yes, it's real, not just a show. And they were out there investigating and they were camping out and they had picked up some logs and some wood and put in a pile. And as she was going out more, her and Mama Rainfeather, they stopped. Manishno, she told them, and my mom was like, really, I want to see. That's why they say I have my mother so much in features of speaking like her too. And my mother went to go closer in my Mishnah say, Iko no, I'm no koyagi iko. No, don't go no further than the 4th tree. Akoyi ne kokoi tanga ishkina kawakai. You don't know if the Satanga is aggressive or new and oete. They want you to have respect because the land is also theirs. So my mom, when she much respect, much love, and little. And all she heard is, oh, wow, oh, wow, oh, wow. She will put her head up and look. She's seeing him straight on. Because we believe he was telling my mother, she said, and Minishna and Mom Rainfeather said, he's saying, look, my child. So it's honored when they show themselves to you. Some people can't really see them, but they might be able to smell some because sometimes it lets you smell them. This is why when I go and I help in the channels and I direct them, but sometimes they don't read the chat because they're trying, and I'm trying to tell them in the mind to your right or behind you or in front of you. Sometimes it's a little difficult for those to understand. Mama Rainfeather used to tell me too about when you're your first time, try not to show your fear. It's best that you don't show your fear because if they do, then they'll know you don't belong in the woods. So my mom and Mama Rainfeather had told me, stay strong. Don't get scared. Don't show your fear. Remember, the land is you. So if you want to know and feel the land, you gotta have the kindness in your heart and able to understand they are there and they will show you to them. Or bring out the worst of many race. True. Weasel. Hello there, Richard Dunsay. Thank you for joining again. Welcome, welcome. Vietnam era, most were forced to war, but brought out the best in men to make back home. And we forced many extreme either year. Yep, I agree. Weasel, the spot's getting freaky now. These sky orbs are in the woods there. Didn't do them right. Yes, it's freaky. Yeah. Weasel, it's scaring um, Dilihi. His clan has not really been much there, maybe a few, but he said that I didn't watch, but I watched a couple times, and many things are different there since you've been there. It's about that time for the freak stuff to start happening. True. Every clan and star people, the Star Watchers, um, many of the Wingalo and the It have been coming around. And it is that time. Um, the It will start going back around August, June, August, September. It's like they hibernate those months. There might be a few that stay out, but depending on their area, I give you credit, Mama Bear. When I watched you live, you've helped guys and put on point. Thank you. I do I do really try my best to connect with them even I'm out there. I'll be sitting on the branch, believe me, I am there. And some if you see like a musty glow, that's usually me sitting there. And you can see that it's a woman and that is me. But if you see one walking across, it could be Mama Rainfeather, because I do know she roams. And I ask her many times, "Are you?" I'm going to check on all the clans. She loved them, and that's what she does on this earth. She roams to all of them and still communicates. She communicates with me when I go in deep prayers and sweat lodge. You know, Levon, when you go into the woods, before you can actually, you're getting out of your car. They already know who you are, what you're about. If you don't show no fear, they welcome you. But if you have a partner that has some fear and they still go with you, but now that you guys have your protection bags, it should be a lot easier for him not to be so afraid, because leaving your bag out, they see that as respect, and that has to do with us indigenous natives, because they remember when it goes way back to the 1400s too. Same thing, different bags. Sometimes we have them square. I like them round because if I really need some tobacco, I'll pull out. But I also, when I come back home, I put back in because I want to make sure. And if something is around that I'm close to and it's really not supposed to be there, the Satanga wouldn't tell you. Now, yes, I'm not going to lie. There are some aggressive Satangas out there, but they have their reasons. A lot of Satangas teach their young juveniles to approach them. And if you move, they move. You stop, they stop. Someone was asking me, well, do they go from tree to tree to tree that way, cloaked? Then they're wasting more energy on themselves, and it's not good. So it's really important. It's really important that you do communicate with them, as well as the orbs, because orbs can lead to spirits, and spirits can be just spirits like light bulbs or lightning, or you might see like a shadow, many different energies, and trying to understand the Satangas, they know who's bad and who's good. Now the dog man, he tries not to show no fear, but he has fear too. He can go to the opposite. As Sastanga stays here, he'll go. And he'll follow you, and you might hear, like, I hear steps. He might stop. But the dog man is going as you're walking, and then you're trying to use a flashlight to look. And you're like, wait, I thought I seen something. I got glow. And then many people in the community, oh, I shine, I shine. Yes. But don't hold your whole flashlight. I usually have a little one here, right like that. No, leave it down low, so that way they see through the red, they see through purple, they see through green, they see through yellow. And many other channels say, oh, they don't see it. They do. Believe me, because they've gone through it before, not just from us people, but government. They know. They'll drain your energy bad if they know you're getting too close, even if it's to the young ones, the infant, the babies, the young juveniles. I don't use a flashlight, I use a lantern. I'm still old fashioned. And when I run out, and I just feel for myself. Remember where I have been lost a couple times as I was growing up, but they also redirect me, because I'm like, wait a minute, I don't remember this part. Am I lost? Wait, I thought we went this way. And one guy will have one of the investigators with me. Well, he have a small flashlight. They bring flashlight, I bring a lantern. I only use it for when we're in a certain areas that I feel that it's good to use. And they don't put it up there like this. They'll lightly over it, keep down, and then we'll look to see what kind of track, and we're like, okay, that's looks like a raccoon. And sometimes it's to teach another native, well, why are there little tiny fingers? You know, does anybody know what animal that bead looks like? They have little tiny fingers. Sometimes it's really hard, you know, to pick up the leaves to look at the print real good. But we also got to remember too, they rape, so you really don't get a good print. I wear my medicine bag all the time. I even sleep with it on. Thank you, Mama Bear Claw. The best investment I ever did. If it doesn't have a medicine bag, you should think of getting it. Oh, thank you. Many blessings for you. But you don't really have to sleep with it. You could put it next to your bed and then wear it the next day when you want. Just 1 second, please.
coming back.
Give me 1 second, please. Thank you. Okay, can you hear me now? My husband, I go, I'll cover up for respect. He goes, nah, you don't have to, but I still do because I don't want to. There's times he loves to come in and says, he'll say hi and then goes. And that's Papa Gomez. Everybody calls him Papa Gomez. I have one and it helps me a lot. Hi. Lost sound. No, I just took a little pause on it because my husband was coming through. My eyes can adjust to the low beams, but it takes longer than it should. Um, are you also wearing your glasses? It's important that you know your area. Yes. It's important that you do know your area. If you don't know it well, try to get a map and pinpoint on your map, and then sometimes if you're using your phone, it'll have a compass to use it. If it that drains the energy, there are compass wraps. They look like a watch. You can wear it. Sometimes, sorry, sometimes it's a little difficult, but sorry. I was. Hmm, I do have a visitor today, and it's not a Satanga. Good. It's important to have very good sense of direction, but if you don't, you can also easily get confused. Um, I feel like Mama Rainfeather's here. It smells like her. The smell from her is a very smell that she had with her. It's a pacololo. Uh, you're mowing the lawn. um, it's her cup of tea. Her preference in cigarettes. There. Yes, it is her. Uh, I just love how she just comes right in. I can smell, but then when she comes to sit across, she puts her hands on me like that. She's always done it that way. That's a little girl. Uh, well, many blessings to you, sweetheart, and thank you for coming. I do appreciate you coming on to my life. I thank everyone for coming on here. It's very joyful. I try to give much information I can with you. I share with you. So, uh, Face, Danse, greetings, greetings. I'm glad you came. Here, we, ayeta hisa, konyam rifele, kona kayeta ha. I. She's touching my plant. Let's see if you can see. Okay. Now she is there, and she's coming to sit. Haiko na e te haistua. Today, kunia estoy yeah. Today is a day that we always come to time together and do a very deep prayer. We do many things together. Um, oh, that hurt. She gets up and moves. I wonder what she's doing over there. Here comes one. If you see the my channel go like that, the live, it's because one came on and she's standing right here. He's right there standing. This is funny. I never see them together when I'm on a live. I know sometimes they'll peek their head, but whew, and they're happy. I'm happy. Makes me feel good. Don't be scared. Never be scared. Well, everyone, I think I'm going to stop here so I can do my visits and speak with her. Whether and thank you, everyone. I didn't think she was going to come today, but I was trying to channel in with her to see where she was. Because when I was praying earlier this morning, we were all calling her out. So, but again, I want to thank you everyone for joining me today. Hit that like button, subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, please do. And we will continue talking about what we love the most. Their energy is so high in here right now. That's what my husband was saying before he walked out. He goes, "Ooh, who's the buns? Who's here?" I love you all. Please be kind to yourself. Remember who you are. And for those that you have lost, remember there's always with you. Always with you. And if you need encouragement, look at yourself in the mirror and say, I love you. If you're out and about, say hello to a person. Allow them to feel that smile come back again. Okay? I am Elder Medicine Bear Claw. Those who know me very well, they call me Mama Bear Claw. Thank you for joining. Remember to hit that like button, subscribe. And if you're looking for protection medicine bags, you know how to get hold of me, okay? Messenger or email, or those who have my number can text me. Hi, many blessings. Much love.